I've had an opportunity to spend some time with Peter and Christina. I come out for work and they've always been very generous and put me up in their home. And that is when you really get to see in the everyday routine who people are and how they work together. Christina would wake up early to start her day as a teacher, moving around the house quietly, trying to let Peter sleep because he had stayed up late writing. Peter would wake up and start his day, and in the middle of fielding calls from agents and writing scripts, he would take a break to analyze the broken kitchen sink that Christina left a note for him to try to look at. But the most important thing that I saw was the way that they parented together, the way that they took time to navigate the pickups and the after-school activities for Augie, always being available at any time to take a phone call from Sophie or Isaac, and watching them do that truly with love and respect for one another, but love and respect for their family. These two really did take that on, and that's no small task.
30 years ago, I held somebody in my arms in a rocking chair in her bedroom, and I was in awe. And there wasn't as much pride and love that I've ever felt before. And nothing's guaranteed, and I was just so grateful that she was there. At an early age, I noticed that she was very attentive when I read to her. And when she was speaking, listening to a TV show. And it seemed like she got what they were saying. And, her ability to read at a very early age, at 3, very, very young, was pronounced. So we were in Newport, Rhode Island, at a candle shop. And Christina was busy looking through and reading all the various candle scents, and the owner, she was wonderful. She came over. She says, she's just memorizing this. I says, no, go ahead. So she pointed, and Christina blurted out, boysenberry. So it's like, I said, at that point, the lady knew Christina was for real, and we knew that, of course. And first time I met you, you had made the cross-country journey with Christina, of course, to visit Katie playing a tennis match in college. And it was immediate. Your very witty, your respectfulness, I can tell immediately your love for Christina. And you're just a smart, cool, witty guy, and extremely talented. But I have to say, you did put a scare into me one time, a couple of years ago, and my gals can attest my affinity for going to Costco for shopping. That's a family event, and I was even though I'm self-employed, I'm supposed to be working. In the middle of a day, I'm at a Costco, and I get a call, and it said, Peter Craig, and my heart sank. And all of a sudden I heard, and I said, is she all right? Is Christina all right? And he said, oh, yes, oh, no, she's fine. No, it's just that I love her so much, and you're a cool guy. I love her, I love you, and I just want to spend the rest of my life with you. And I said, thank God. So anyway, I thanked him. I said, you didn't need to ask permission, but it was much appreciated. So I can't be any more proud of both of you. I wish you all together the love that you currently have that I'm sure will grow. So congrats.
Like no my boy. You know, even when he was a baby, he always had his head down, as if he was on his way somewhere. When he was 6 months old and he was learning to crawl, he was fascinated with these steps we had out in the backyard down to this platform below. He would just make a beeline right for these stairs. He needed to get down these stairs, and I can't tell you how many times he would go head first down 6 concrete steps. I actually think that babies are born who they're meant to be, who they are already. Who they will be is who they are when they're born. And I think parenting is simply learning when to get out of their way and when to just reach out and grab their foot before they catapult themselves face first down those concrete stairs. And I watched him turn into the artist that he is. I watched the struggles, oh, Mother of God, and the successes, and the father that he is, as he tried to learn how to get out of their way and how to grab whatever it was he was supposed to grab before they catapulted themselves down their own set of stairs, and always with his head down. And then he met Christina. And finally he looked up. Up the stairs. He had a partner. Someone, not just to hold his foot, but to hold his hand and to walk up those stairs with him. To be more than he thought he could be. That's Peter and Christina. And I can honestly say, because I honestly can tell you that I know him the longest of anyone in this room, that I have never, ever seen him this happy. He's always taught me, sometimes against my will, but he continues to teach me. And I see that up is better than down. Hang on to each other, guys. Buckle up. I love you both. You belong together. Up the stairs. Thank you.
You're a picture, and every piece seems to fall into place. You're the moment when I know that I will never be the same. And every word that I could find in the corners of my mind will never be enough to let you know. This love is the best thing I have found. The best thing, you're the best thing, you're the best thing I have found.
So I'm gonna remind you of a story when we first met. So when we first met and didn't know each other at all, and I was still trying to impress you, but also trying to have distance. There was a day that I was bragging that I had a marathon training run, if you remember, and it was 20 miles, and I was really bragging about it. And you said, "Well, let me go with you. I'm not really a runner, but I want to go with you on that run."
Oh, it's this story.
And I said, yeah, but 20 miles. And you said, well, I'll go as far as I can go, and I'll take an Uber home when I have to. And I thought, well, that's great. We'll get to spend time together. I want to do this. And so we started in Studio City, and we got to Tarzana, and we hadn't turned around, and you weren't calling the Uber. And I realized that was going to be one of those runs where I didn't really run. I was going to stop and walk and get a Jamba Juice and maybe maybe take the bus home, actually. But you were not stopping. And I turned around and I was still doing fine. You were doing fine. And it was suddenly like the most fun I've ever had on Ventura Boulevard. And that's better. That's better than it sounds, because I grew up in the valley and it was like, so people know it. And so we start coming back, and about 17 miles into this, I can't walk anymore. And you're running behind me going, come on, you got this, you got this. And I learned a couple things about you right away. I mean, first of all, I learned never to brag about running again to anybody ever in my life. But I learned, here's this person who was scrappy and tenacious and a fighter, but brought so much joy and so much fun to every single thing that you did. And suddenly I saw it every time we did anything together. If we were just walking to get Thai food, or if you were getting your list of students, or if you were opening a box from Target. And it's like, and she opens them like it's a Christmas present. Every single box that comes is like the greatest thing ever. And I fell in love so hard with that quality, and I grew to rely on it. And I gotta hold on. There's people I work with here. Even though I rely on it, I promise to never ever take it for granted, and to know how important it is. And to also know that all those times that are sad for you, or anxious, or that you're overwhelmed, I'm never gonna be good enough again to run in front of you and run backwards. So the metaphor kind of breaks down completely. But I know how to slow you down. And I promise to always slow you down. And usually all you need is to be reminded of that person that you are, that is so kind and joyful and open to experiences and loving and so able to be loved. And because of you, I have never been happier to be on a team with somebody in my life. And especially not against her, because she has to win every single game she ever plays ever in her life. But I mean, to be on a team with you is the greatest gift I ever could have, and it makes me so excited for every single step we have ahead of us in this, no matter how far it is, no matter what pace it goes, and I love you.
Peter, you and I spent a while talking about what vows are, right? Are they promises, declarations of love, stories? I thought about what I wanted you to know most on this day, and I started to see, when writing, that the promises I wanted to make to you all sounded familiar, and I think that's because the promises that I want to make to you all require returning the gifts that you've given me day in and day out over the past 5 years of our lives together. So when I tell stories about me before you, you can't believe there was ever a version of me who didn't speak up or fight back, and it was your relentless commitment to empowering me that made me feel my self-worth. And to truly feel love with no conditions, without requiring me to change a thing about me, was transformative. And one of the things that you do most, that I treasure so much about you, is that you always tell me how much faith you have in me. And I feel forever indebted to you for allowing me to become myself. I promise to nurture you in such a way that allows you to feel completely supported and free. I promise to listen to you, to hear you, and to stay in your corner, even when we both think we're right, and especially when life throws another curveball at us. I promise to continue to love you parallel to the way in which we fell in love, which was so freely, with curiosity and admiration, and without judgment or expectations. I promise to take the time to celebrate our growth, independent and shared. I promise to keep growing with you, leaving room for you to grow independently too. I promise to love your beautiful family as my own. And sorry, I made it really far, you guys.
She made it really far.
Finally, I promise to love you the way that you deserve to be loved. I love you, and I can't wait to be your wife.
Love you.
Just want to say a big congrats to Christina and Peter. I'm so honored to be, part of this amazing celebration, to share this moment with you all, and to be giving this speech today. First, Christina, my one and only sister. There aren't enough words in the world to say about you, but just to, say it, you've been nothing but a role model to me all of my life. And, even back in the early days when you used to torment me on a daily basis, from trying to gaslight me into thinking you had an evil twin, hopefully she's not here tonight, trying to tell me that if I didn't pluck out my eyebrows, they would look like Dad's. Sorry. I was like 6 years old. Sorry, Dad. And then, of course, I picked out my eyelashes by mistake. Thankfully, they grew back. But despite the torment that I went through, you've continued to be such a backbone and support system for me. And, I wouldn't know where I would be without you, and paving the path, for me to succeed. And just whether that was going to our public high school first after our Catholic school upbringing, I don't need to say any more to that. Reviewing all of my high school, early college essays, every single one, making the big move to California first, or even exposing me to your adventurous eating habits, and to the point that I can navigate my way around an Asian grocery store because of you, and all my friends are so impressed. They're like, what? Like, who is this girl? But all these things have shaped me into the person that I am today. And I can go on and on about you too, but to wrap things up, I just want to say you're such incredible people individually, but when together, you really support and complement one another. And I can also say you're both truly unhinged in your own ways, but you both carry that unhingedness so confidently and courageously together. Like, buying a house a month before your wedding, and moving in with like a single U-Haul truck and not a single mover, other than your two friends. Shout out to whoever you are tonight. But big shout out. I was like, Christina, even I would get movers. I am 24 years old. But Christina and Peter, I wish you guys both all the love and happiness the world has to offer, and I love you both. So.
Come alive. Every flower opens in due time. Every season falling into light. In the mystery, there's reason for design, and there's something beautiful.
We will go as far as our feet can take us. Heaven knows the world that we will find. We'll paint the open sky, illuminate the night. You and I, right where we belong.
I want to take this opportunity to do two things. I want to tell you all what an amazing human being Christina is. And I want to tell some embarrassing stories about Peter. Honestly, Christina, I am just learning right now. I mean, we've had the best couple of years with you. We went to Coachella. Sasha and I had the best time with you, kind of beating you at bags, but not really. She's competitive with bags, competitively very good. Revision. And we're going to rewrite that part. Christina had a great time losing to you at bags. You were great. Sasha and I, we have had so much great times getting to know you, and I'm so thankful you guys found each other, because there are simply no two people that fit together better than you two. Christina is thoughtful. She is hardworking. She is so incredibly smart. And when I say she's incredibly smart, I mean she has a master's degree in early childhood education from Harvard. Peter, that alone! And by the way, Peter needs that. So Peter was always the most awesome big brother. He was epic. He could do so many things.
But as hard as he worked, I never really saw him that happy. And I've seen Peter work so hard in so many projects at once that most people would have a heart attack. I've seen him so broke, literally, that he printed every page of his first manuscript, every page of his first book on a dot matrix printer and tore off that and sent it out so that he didn't have to go to Kinko's. I've seen him so high on life and so happy, so momentarily happy. I've seen him struggle, but I've never seen him sanguine. I've never seen him at peace. I've never seen Peter truly happy. I had that on him until now. You fucker! You goddamn fucker! Christina, every time I see you guys together, his shoulders fall down. He relaxes. Peter laughs. Peter engages. Peter can hole up, and he can do things that nobody in this room can do. But you bring him out. You bring him back into love. You bring him back into the family. I love you for that. Peter's one of my greatest friends. He is my greatest friend. We've spent a lifetime together. I love you, Peter. I love you, Christina. You are the love of his life. And I'm so fucking happy for all of us. Thank you. That is it. They told me not to do more than that, but thank you.